So we will move on to our next speaker now, or speakers, which is Kirby America and Candice Oliver from the Faculty of Arts. And the name of the presentation is Insight into Online Learning, Exploring the Innovations and Challenges of the LCS 211 iKamva platform during a pandemic.
Insight into online learning, exploring the innovations and challenges of the LCS 211 iKamva platform during a pandemic. The following PowerPoint is presented by Kirby America and Candice Oliver for Academic Week 2021. For this presentation, we will take a closer look at LCS 211's iKamva platform, discuss the challenges in teaching and learning on the platform, and then provide possible solutions to these challenges.
The 211 iKamva site renamed the iKamva tools to better reflect their purpose. For example, instead of an overview page, we created a module welcome and getting started. For lectures, we used the lessons page and scaffolded them to create a cleaner look. For our tutorials, the forum page was used for online tutorials. The chat room became general chat room, and the email became online consultation. For online tutorials, students could communicate directly with their tutors and their tutorial groups. In the general chat room, students could communicate with lecturers, tutors, and other students. Online consultation was used for more direct and private communication. We also used tests and quizzes for our short bi-weekly MCQs in place of the long-term test. And for assignments, we used the submissions portal for assignments, e-preps, and exams. Here we have an example of the 211 lecture tab. Every week we would structure our lecture in the same way, starting with the lecture title. Then we have the lecture topic overview, where we give a brief description of that week's lecture. We also give the lecture objectives. On the right, we include a checklist. The checklist has a list of things that need to be done or completed for that week's lecture. Here we have the second half of our lecture page. Below the overview and the checklist is the lecture download options in the form of narrated PowerPoints, standard PowerPoints with no narration, a PDF with the notes section, and we also have additional course material if applicable, such as the live lecture video and the live lecture PowerPoint. On the right-hand side, we then have the assessment for the week, such as the e-prep. For the e-prep, we give all the instructions on the iKamva page, and we also add a download PDF option at the bottom. The only way to understand if our course and its structure on iKamva was useful and user-friendly to our students was to look at the course evaluation feedback. Overall, we had positive responses to our course material and delivery of the lectures. Many students appreciated the effort we put into making our content unique and making our course exciting to engage with. This is an example of the 211 lecture PowerPoint. We had a very specific aesthetic for the 211 lecture slides, and we were trying to make them as multimodal as possible. We included minimal text on the slides with everything discussed. We used references in the notes section of most of the lectures. This is something we also did during face-to-face lectures. That way, students would listen to you speak in front rather than having their heads down taking notes. We did not have a course reader or a textbook for this module. We used multiple academic sources, interesting articles, and social media posts to provide up-to-date and rich lecture materials. In the LCS modules across the 3 years, we also talk about communication being multimodal. This is one important thing that we wanted to incorporate in all aspects of our module, considering the fact that we're the communication studies module, but also being mindful of the data constraints.
When it came to our weekly live lectures, where applicable, we would incorporate colorful visuals, video, and sound effects. This particular live lecture on the 5 modes of communication, we had some fun and removed all of the definitions previously present in the original lecture slides, and we added the death sound effect from the popular Super Mario games, played it, and had students identify it. We also included a visual of UWC's CAF and the ambient sound of students' chatter and dominoes hitting the tables. The interaction during this lecture was amazing. Many students loving the sound effects and felt very nostalgic about the CAF and missing campus life. This is an example of a social media post that we used in one of our lessons. We posed this question in our lecture slides and had them discuss it in that week's live lecture.
The feedback from the students also included their challenges using iKamva. Many students felt that the module needed a WhatsApp group to interact with students and conduct tutorials. In addition to having weekly live lectures, they also wanted to have a weekly live tutorial with their tutor, or when they had technical issues submitting or completing an MCQ close to the cutoff time. Students avoided the 45-minute long tutorial interaction and always questioned whether they had to be there for the entire period when they did not have any questions to ask. Students would rather post a query in the general chat room to have any of us respond, or they would email their tutor directly. Some feedback from one of our tutors says that it was frustrating because you want to help your students. You can see they are struggling, but there's only so much you can do or force them to interact.
For LCS 323, we decided to trial run interacting with students using Discord. This platform allows for text, video, and voice interactions. It also uses minimal data, much like WhatsApp. Students are able to access the LCS 323 server via the PC application, a mobile app, and the web application. The aim of using Discord is to encourage students to interact with one another and members of the LCS 323 team. We currently use the application for one-on-one and group consultation via text and voice. We also use it for our weekly team briefings, often sharing our screens. For LCS 323's Discord server, we have a welcome train that keeps track of every student who joins, the rules of engagement, with bots moderating interaction and taking necessary steps when students break the rules. Moderators only is where the 323 staff members are updated on any changes to Discord. We have server stats that indicates the overall number of users on the site and the number of students. There is a private Team 323 text and voice channel where we have our weekly briefings. A general channel with all queries, tutor lecture contact details, all the course readings, and information on the module. Our tutorial channels, where each tutor has a voice and text channel. Video and screen sharing is available under the voice channel as well. It's Google Meet or Zoom integrated right into Discord without having to set up a meeting. We also have a community chat text channel that basically serves as one WhatsApp group where students can discuss anything. Many of them seem to use it to find out information regarding other modules. This is what an example of what a tutorial/consultation session looks like in the tutor text channel. Students are able to send text-based comments, embed voice notes, use emojis, and GIFs. For those who, for example, understand, agree with, or like comments made by the tutor or other students, instead of typing out a message, they simply react to the post by means of an emoji. The tutor and students are able to hover over the reaction to see the student names. With the Me6 bot, we have a little fun game when it comes to interaction on Discord. The more you interact, the higher your rank or level. As you level up, the bot will respond with a public message congratulating you on the advancement. Students seem to enjoy checking their rank by typing !rank. This is also a great way of monitoring student engagement and giving them a mark for participation. You are able to view the number of posts students make on Discord. We've recently set up a Google form to find out how the LCS 323 students feel about Discord, and at this early start in the feedback, it is quite divided, with some students pushing for WhatsApp. We have 46 responses so far. As you can see, there are some that enjoy the platform, some that prefer it over WhatsApp, some that see similarities to WhatsApp, some that find it complicated and prefer to email their tutor over Discord and iKamva interactions, and some that are pushing for WhatsApp.
We hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for watching.